Hey everyone, I'm Patrick from Biz Builders, and if you're thinking about starting an LLC in Vermont in 2026 without hiring an expensive lawyer, this is a video you should not skip. Because here's the honest truth. Vermont LLCs really are easy to start. The filing process is clean. The paperwork isn't overwhelming. The state doesn't try to scare you away. But that's exactly why people misjudge Vermont. They think easy to start means easy to run. And in Vermont, that assumption quietly causes problems later. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the actual step-by-step process to form a Vermont LLC correctly, and explain where most founders get it wrong after formation, not before. Let's get into it. How most people think about Vermont LLCs. When people talk about Vermont, they usually say things like small state, simple rules, business-friendly, not much red tape. And on the surface, that's true. So when it comes to forming an LLC in Vermont, most founders take one of two approaches. Option 1, you file quickly. You submit the paperwork, get approved, and mentally check LLC formation off your list. You assume the hard part is over. Option 2, you understand that Vermont doesn't overwhelm you up front, but it expects you to stay organized and compliant quietly, consistently, and on time. Most people choose option 1, and that's where the misjudgment happens. Where DIY in Vermont goes wrong. I tried the DIY route once in Vermont, and honestly, the beginning was smooth. The $125 filing fee wasn't bad. The online filing system worked fine. Approval came back without any drama. So I assumed everything was handled. Then, the real Vermont reality kicked in. Between understanding Vermont's annual report requirements, staying on top of registered agent obligations, sorting out state tax registration, and dealing with banking requirements that needed cleaner documentation than I expected, I lost weeks fixing things that didn't show up immediately. And that's the key issue with Vermont. It doesn't slap you with errors up front. It lets small mistakes sit quietly until they become bigger problems. What you actually need to start a Vermont LLC properly. Here's what you actually need to do if you want your Vermont LLC set up the right way from day one. First, choose your business name. Vermont has specific naming rules and restricted words, so always have a primary name and a backup ready. Second, appoint a registered agent with a physical street address in Vermont. This is required. P.O. boxes do not qualify, and Vermont expects this information to stay current. Third, file your articles of organization with the Vermont Secretary of State. This legally creates your LLC. Fourth, get your EIN from the IRS. You'll need this for taxes, payroll, and opening a business bank account. Fifth, register with the Vermont Department of Taxes if your LLC will have revenue, employees, or taxable activity. This step is often delayed, and that's a mistake. Sixth, understand Vermont's annual report requirement, which must be filed every single year to keep your LLC in good standing. And seventh, open a business bank account so your personal and business finances stay completely separate. Vermont doesn't rush you, but it does expect consistency. The misjudgment most founders make in Vermont. Here's where people get it wrong. They assume Vermont's simplicity means less compliance, fewer deadlines, lower attention needed. In reality, annual reports are mandatory. Registered agent information must stay accurate. State tax registration matters early. Missing deadlines can quietly damage your LLC's status. Vermont won't always send loud warnings. It just lets your LLC drift out of good standing. And fixing that later costs time, credibility, and momentum. Why professional help makes sense in Vermont. That's exactly why I recommend Taylor Brands for Vermont. They don't just help you file and disappear. They handle Vermont registered agent setup, articles of organization filing, EIN, operating agreement, guidance on Vermont, tax registration, annual report reminders, help opening your business bank account. Most importantly, they understand Vermont's quiet compliance style, the rules that don't feel urgent until they suddenly are. Cost. Why this makes sense? Here's the best part. Through our exclusive partnership, you can get started for $0 plus Vermont's required state filing fees. That's the same cost as doing it yourself, but without misjudging the parts that matter later. Same money, better structure. Final thought. Vermont LLCs really are easy to start, but the founders who succeed long-term are the ones who don't underestimate what comes after approval. Use the link in the description, get your Vermont LLC formed properly. Stay compliant from day one and keep your business moving forward without surprises. Trust me, your future self will thank you. If this helped, hit that like button, subscribe for more real, no-fluff business advice, and I'll see you in the next video.